morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise.
Hello there, a very good morning and welcome to Thursday's edition of Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise with Misha and Silva. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. 216 complaints received with regard to election violence. Election monitors say that misuse of state property for election campaigns are on the rise. The JHU states that the disagreement between the Prime Minister and party leader Omar Pesobithatera has been resolved. And Obama warns Ukraine of consequences if violence continues. On to your stories in detail. Now, the Election Secretariat notes that 216 complaints of election law violations have been received so far. According to the special unit that has been set up to record complaints at the Secretariat, 49 complaints have been reported on unauthorized meetings, protests and marches.
Of the 216 complaints, 59 complaints have been received from the Colombo district, which is incidentally the highest number of complaints received amongst the other districts. 20 complaints have been received from the Gampa district, while 32 complaints have been received from the Kalutara district. Furthermore, 21 complaints have been received from the Galle district, 24 complaints have been received from Mathura, while 23 complaints have been received from Hambantota. The Election Secretariat added that 41 complaints have been received with regard to display of illegal posters, cutouts and banners. 8 complaints in relation to illegal distribution of items and 18 complaints with regard to the misuse of government-owned vehicles.
In the meantime, election observers say that the misuse of public property for propaganda activities are on the rise. Executive Director of CAFE, Kirti Tenakun, stated that 230 election complaints have been reported so far. The JHU says that the disagreement between the Prime Minister and party leader Omar Pesobithatera has been resolved. The JHU made this statement at a media briefing held yesterday.
The Prime Minister has made a statement about this before. Additionally, facts have been presented as well to us regarding our Chief Prelate. Our party is not a party that takes revenge or creates conflict among people. A person can make enough and more mistakes. Even I can make mistakes. Our leader is a forgiving person and he will accept an apology. He can act accordingly if a person apologizes.
අපේ ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේ බොහොම බුද්ධිමත් පරහිතකාමී ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේ කෙනෙක්. ඒ අනුව ක්‍රියා කරන්න උන්වහන්සේට පුළුවන්. අපි ආයිත් වගකීමෙන් යුක්තව
We like to reiterate once again with responsibility that we are closely monitoring if necessary legal action is being taken on the heroine that was taken into custody. We also wish to tell our journalists that we are working on this matter with much commitment and dedication.
At a press briefing yesterday, the Janata Vimukti Peramuna provided their views on the directions that have been provided under the Strategic Development Act.
There was a preferential gazette that was issued with regard to gambling and gaming. This is the gazette that was issued in this regard. There are super luxury and exceptional concessions are referred to in this gazette. We are asking the government what it means by these exceptional concessions. There is a complex structure under the Interpretation Act. According to this gazette, tomorrow these gambling and gaming activities will become a part of the hotels in this country. Under the Interpretation Act, these exceptional concessions will become part of the concessions that will be provided.
The All Ceylon People's Congress convened a media briefing yesterday.
The Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, the brainchild of MHM Ashraf, has always been able to appoint representatives to the parliament, the provincial councils and other similar institutions since its inception. However, it should be questioned as to how close this party has been with the people and worked for the people. We do not know if there is a structured plan that would address an identified minority in this country. We are embarking on this journey keeping in mind that we have to provide a service to the people. There are several parties that have different policies within the alliance. It is with these policies that the government is moving forward. We cannot think that the government will have only policy and appoint its representatives. It is with the intention of providing the people of Colombo with a service that we are contesting in Colombo.
இந்த மக்களுக்கு என்னென்ன ஆக்கப்பூர்வமான பணிகளை செய்ய முடியுமோ அத்தனை பணிகளையும் செய்வதற்கான ஒரு நல்லெண்ணத்திலே தான் எங்களுடைய கட்சி கொழும்பிலே
The University Grants Commission states that the enrollment of students to fill in the vacant slots subsequent to the 2012 A-level examinations have commenced. Chairman of the UGC, Professor Shanika Hirumuregama, noted that this is taking place at university level. She added that this process will conclude before the end of next month. Meanwhile, handbooks for students who passed the 2013 A-level examination will be distributed in April. The examination department stated that these handbooks will be distributed after the necessary reports have been submitted. A government delegation led by the leader of the House, Nimal Siripala de Silva, will visit South Africa today and tomorrow. According to a communique released by the Ministry of External Affairs, the delegation will hold discussions with representatives of the government and the ruling African National Congress Party. The discussions will be primarily in relation to the South African Truth and Reconciliation Commission, with the aim of understanding the manner in which the exercise can help Sri Lankans' own reconciliation process following the defeat of terrorism. According to the ministry, the initiative is a result of the recent discussions between President Mahinda Rajapaksa and South African President Jacob Zuma when he visited Sri Lanka for Chogam last year. Well, that's a look at this edition of Primetime Sunrise. Thanks a lot for joining me and hope you have a great day ahead.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.